What is up? What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, happy Sunday. Hopefully y'all have had a great day so far. Guys, here comes another live stream because we talk about the WNBA again. Because why not? Just the WNBA it's always something to talk about when it comes to the WNBA, even though the season is over, because today is the WNBA Draft Lottery. We will be having our official awesome people of the internet watch party. We're gonna listen to it live. We're gonna talk through what happens, and we're gonna see who gets the number one pick in the WNBA draft. Okay? We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. Because if you all remember, this was last year's draft lottery. These were the team representatives. Maddy Siegrist for the Dallas Wings. We had Rakia Jackson for the LA Sparks. We had Aaliyah Edwards for the Washington Mystics and Angel Reese for the Chicago Sky. This time around, yes, once again, Dallas is back in contention for a number one spot, and who knows, maybe they'll have some good luck this year as they kind of try their best, I guess, in terms of like fingers crossed and all that stuff to get it. And Maddy Siegrist is once again being the player representative. The Chicago Sky are once again also in the draft lottery, but this time Angel Reese is not participating. She is not the player representative. Actually, the Chicago Sky do not have a player representative this year. They are being represented by their co-owner and operating chairwoman, Nadia Rawlinson. Now, embarrassing. We'll talk about that more in a sec. That there was no player that would represent the Chicago Sky. For the Washington Mystics, we have Kiki Iriafen representing her squad. We have, for the Seattle Storm, we have Gabby Williams. And for the Minnesota Lynx, we got the stud Budz, Courtney Williams, and Natisha Hiedeman, who was busy. Like, what, yesterday, I believe? Was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. The NWSL final, and Natisha Hiedeman and Courtney Williams were there. They were live streaming and all that stuff, and so I guess they've rested up, I guess, from the festivities of the NWSL. All right, so here's how it's going to work, guys. I will be live streaming the audio from ESPN now. Cannot show the video at all because it'll get taken down. So can't do that, but we will have the audio up. All right, so we'll be listening and reacting together. All right. So I hope y'all are excited about it. Personally, guys, I am like super ecstatic. Minnesota does have the best odds of actually getting the number one pick, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Dallas has the best odds. Then it's Minnesota. Then it's Seattle. Then it's Washington. Then it is Chicago. We'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Y'all know who I am. I am a Chicago Sky fan, so of course it would be great if the Sky got the number one pick. Do I actually think that's going to happen? No. One, because the math just doesn't really say it's going to happen. And two, because the Sky has never had the number one pick before. Ever. They've never had the number one pick. Never. Ever? Yeah, never. Never, guys. I don't think it'll ever happen. So again, welcome to the official awesome people of the Internet Watch Party. Glad you all are joining. The Chicago Sky is being represented by Nadia Rawlinson. She is she's one of the co-owners of the team. All right. Basically, she's like the front woman, right? Whenever the Chicago Sky needs to put on a good corporate face, they put Nadia Rawlinson out there. Not in a bad way. It's just that's that's her role. Her role is to be public facing. Her role is to be the person that's like, yeah, the Sky is so great, everything's fine, while the while the dog has fire all around it. It's like a smiley face. Everything's fine. No, everything's good. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool. Something, something, something. Everything is awesome when you are the Chicago Sky. Not really, but yeah. But yeah, Nadia's been with the team for a while, and she's been in this sort of like co-owner, like chairwoman type of role for a while. So that is what she does. But yeah, no player is representing the Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky is the only team that is not represented by a team player. The only one. All right. The special is starting in 2 minutes. And let me actually get to ESPN now. I'm going to play it while we're...
November 30th deadline. We're working incredibly hard and we're meeting all the time. And, I think that we want we want many of the same things. And so we're working diligently and we believe that we'll get a deal done.
I hear the time is being put in and the optimism level, you believe that it'll get done in that time period?
Well, we're certainly working as hard as we can to get a deal done as quickly as possible.
I appreciate that. There's certainly a lot of questions that are going to need to be answered over the next week before that extension deadline. But today, we are here to celebrate the next generation of the WNBA and find out which lucky team will be making the first pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft. Just as a reminder, here are the odds entering the night, and may they be forever in your favor. These odds are determined by team record over the last 2 seasons combined, remember. That gives the Dallas Wings the best odds to land that top pick for a second consecutive year, followed by Minnesota, Seattle, Washington, and Chicago. Now, we have seen generational talent selected at the top of the draft in recent years. In 2025, it was, of course, Paige Beckers, who won Rookie of the Year and was an all-star for the Wings. And then in 2024, it was Caitlin Clark who was the top pick. She was also an all-star rookie during her record-breaking first year. And Clark led Indy to play.
All right. So they have started, well, they haven't set any picks yet. So we still got a little bit of time until that happens. But they did just start, okay? I'm excited about what happens, and you all heard the tail end of questions around the CBA because, yes, that is always the questions nowadays. You got to always ask about the CBA because... Yeah, man.
The 2026 class, ladies, this class is loaded with talent, but Sinead, it's unique from classes in the past.
I just noticed Malika Andrews is doing the WNBA Draft Lottery. Okay. Interesting. Guys, I'm so used to her sister doing everything for the WNBA that I'm actually surprised that Malika's doing it. Okay. All right. But anyway, we got about 11 minutes until we actually find out who got the picks. They're going through the projected top 5 players right now. Of course, Lauren Betts. Of course, our fam. Of course, AZ Fudd. Like there's a lot of talent that's going to be in this upcoming draft, and we'll kind of just see what happens from here, man. We will absolutely see what happens. Our fam, 6'4", 19-year-old freshman, or 19-year-old from Spain. She will be a rookie next year in the WNBA. And what team does she go to? I don't know. I do think she is someone who is anticipated to possibly be a number 1 pick in the draft, and we'll see what happens on that front. Ivan says, I think the ladies won't sign or agree to anything less than $1 million max salary. Well, we'll see what happens. Kendra, if y'all remember, like Kendra is doing a lot. Like when it comes to like WNBA or women's college basketball, like Kendra Andrews is doing a whole bunch. And like I feel like Malika at one point was doing like some women's basketball stuff, and then she like her sister kind of like took it over, and now Malika's back, I guess. Where's Kendra? But yeah. Let's see. Quita, who do you think Chicago will pick first, and who do you want them to pick first? It depends. Here's the thing: if the Chicago have the top pick, AC Foot. Yes. Yes, it's AC Foot. To me that's who this guy should pick. We have 9 minutes, guys. We have 9 minutes until the first until they make the drawing. And so yeah. Let me turn off my heat. All right, we got a lot of time to wait. A lot of time to wait. Because here's the thing, they're trying to make this a 30-minute show. This is not a 30-minute show, guys. The picking, like them doing the actual selections, that takes like 2 minutes max. Not even, actually. So in order to make this a 30-minute show, they have to extend it, and talk about a whole bunch of stuff. They have to talk about the projected players. They have to talk about, they have to joke around and just stall, because they still have another 8 minutes that they need to waste. 8 more minutes to waste until we finally find out who will be getting the number 1 pick. Okay? All right. Shamika says it honestly doesn't even need to be a show. Yeah. It could have just been a social media post, but again, they're trying to garner some audience, garner some attention during the off season, and you know, this is one of those things. But yeah, it really could have been a social media post. It could have, but you build hype with having it involved in a show, right? Now, here's the thing: it would have been better if this was couched between 2 college basketball games. We've seen that in the past where it's like a unveiling type of show that they couch between 2 games, and you have a reason for it to be on ESPN, right? Like the masterful games that we saw this weekend, it would have been nice to have UConn versus Michigan on ESPN right before this draft lottery happened, right? Because I think football was on, and I'm not sure what comes on after this is over, but yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to couch it within games, and then it makes it more entertaining for fans to watch, right? It makes it way more entertaining to watch. I gotta say, yeah, right, Amelia? Yeah, I think it would be really cool. I think it'd be really, really cool. But that's just me. The W and the NBA both love to do these draft lottery shows. The drama. Let's see. Shamika, they'd never hire me. Because I literally say what I think, and no one likes that. Okay. Shamika says, have you ever tried applying to a corporate marketing position? I have I feel like it's considered corporate. Yeah, I have a corporate marketing position. I do marketing for a living. Like, this is what I do. This is literally what I do. So I'm always thinking about like ideas that could be that can help enhance the product that already exists. Why not? Mother of 1294 says, please don't let AZ go to Chicago. Why not? Why not? That's all. That's my question to you. Why not? What do you have against Chicago? Okay. Here's the thing. Sky needs scoring. AZ brings scoring for days. Yes, the Sky also need a point guard, but I'm gonna say, you could wait for that if you need to. You can absolutely wait for that if you need to. But for right now, you really do need shooting. Now, if you can't get AZ, yeah, sure, try to get a point guard, sure. But to me, I'm going AZ or bust if I'm the Chicago Sky. I am wearing my Blackhawks hoodie. I'm wearing my Blackhawks hoodie, yep. Olivia says Chicago kills people's spirits. I'm sorry. Dang. Olivia, I felt that. Why? I get what you're saying though. It's actually true. Actually, what you said. Here's the thing. I'm a Sky fan, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. And you're right. I mean, all the people who have come from Chicago and have ultimately left and been more successful, or have left and said, I'm never going back. There is a just issue, not with the city, with the team. Okay, the city is great. The team, dog. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Here's how the process works.
Now, 1,000 combinations are assigned to each of the 5 non-playoff teams from this past season. The team assigned the drawn 4-digit combination receives the #1 pick overall. The cumulative record over the past 2 seasons is used to determine the number of combinations assigned to each team. So the Wings, they have 420 combinations, the most of any team, and cannot drop lower than 3rd. Now, remember,
they can't be lower than 3rd.
They were acquired via trade. The Lynx, they acquired Chicago's pick in a trade. The Storm, they also traded for Los Angeles' pick. And the Sky ultimately worked their way back into the lottery, having acquired Connecticut's pick. Got it? All right, good. And with that, it is time to meet the representatives. First up, Wings. All right,
again, I'm a insert some of the live audio because, again, I cannot show the video. Copyright. All right, Maddy Siegrist is the representative for the Dallas Wings. She is hoping to, show her magic again this year as she did last year. Last year, she was the team representative, and they did get the #1 pick, which turned into Paige buckets. And let's see if she can do it again this time. For the Seattle Storm, they have Gabby Williams representing this team. Remember, guys, the Seattle Storm got their pick through a trade with the LA Sparks. Gabby Williams is trying to bring some good vibes, and Nadia Rawlinson for the Chicago Sky.
Chicago Sky, we have the co-owner and the operating chairman, Nadia Rawlinson. Nadia, give us the good luck. Why could this be Chicago's year?
Well, this is one of our best years yet. We have our new practice facility that's opening in the spring. We're hosting the All-Star game in July, so Summertime Shy is the place to be.
Summertime Shy. There's some fabulous newness in Chicago. We'll see if a #1 pick will be joining you. Best of luck. Next up,
hey, Nadia trying her best. She trying her best, okay?
How is that transition?
Kiki Iriafen representing.
Going through from college to the W.
I would say it's a roller coaster, but it's so much fun competing against the best women in the league, and I have great teammates, great coaches, so I'm excited for next season.
Well, if your suit is any indication, the future is bright for Washington. Thank you so much, Kiki. All right, and last but certainly not least, we got the Minnesota Lynx dynamic duo here.
Good, Budz.
Williams and Natisha Hiedeman. The Lynx, they had the best record in the league last season. But I got to know, how are y'all going to celebrate if you get the number 1 pick here?
You know what we're gonna do. Yeah, we outside our Cheryl's dime.
And the rest of it probably is not fit for TV. Best of luck. Congratulations to all of you for being in this position in the top 5. We are seconds away from finding out.
This is a congratulations to the Seattle Storm. It's a congratulations to the Minnesota Lynx
For the WNBA Draft Lottery.
because they made trades to get in the draft lottery. It's a
Stephanie Donovan, take it away.
kind of you suck to everybody else.
Good luck to all 5 teams.
Not really, but anyway, here we go.
In the 2026 WNBA Draft goes to
Dang it!
Sky.
Oh my God.
Chicago Sky.
Chicago Sky got the number 5 pick.
6 lottery
Ugh.
from a trade with the Sun.
We got the 5 pick.
Picking 4th will be the Washington Mystics.
Ooh, so the Washington Mystics.
All right, Washington Mystics number 4.
Time in 5 seasons. Of course, they took Kiki and Sonia Citron in 2025.
At number 3, it's the Seattle Storm.
Okay.
Seattle Storm.
Seattle
will be
Storm.
picking 3rd overall, which means there are only 2 left. We are seconds away from finding out
All right.
who will pick first and who will pick
It's
second.
between
We're down to 2 teams vying for the top pick.
Dallas and
Number 2
Minnesota.
pick goes to the Minnesota Lynx,
Dallas got the number 1 pick.
which means the first
Oh
pick in
my
the 2026 WNBA Draft goes to
Dallas.
the Dallas Wings.
Dallas, man. Oh my goodness. Wow, the Dallas Wings, Maddy, Siegrist, you better take a bow. Dallas, if y'all in it again next time, Dallas needs to have Maddy Siegrist always represent them. Wow. Wings with the number 1 pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft. Wow. Wow, wow, we wow.
Again, Rebecca.
Okay,
that has a lot of young players on the roster, not a ton of
that's what I gotta say.
curious what will make a player
That's
fit well within what you
dog,
try to do.
dog.
Somebody who's wants to win. I think we have an exciting young group, and we really
Man,
we really bond together. So I'm excited just to bring somebody else in.
Look, the Texas girl in me is happy, okay? What do you think the city of Dallas right now is doing right now, knowing that you have your odds in the favor?
shout out to Dallas.
Cheering. I'm sure everybody's super happy. Hopefully, just can't wait.
There is something about the city of Dallas across leagues in basketball securing the number 1 pick
Something
here,
coming.
Maddy. There's something in the air. Congratulations once again to you and the entire Dallas Wings organization on securing the number 1 pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft. So we now know which team will be picking first in April. But the question is, who will they select? So
Wow, 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 wow. Here's the thing, y'all. We got our top 5. We have our top 5, but here's the thing. Reminder of how we got here. The only reason Minnesota is getting the number 2 pick in the draft is because of the Chicago Sky. And because trades have consequences, guys. Trades have consequences. All right. And that number 2 pick would have been the Chicago Skies had they not traded that pick away. And so, it is what it is. But let's recap what we know so far. All right. Let's recap what we know. The Chicago Sky will have the number 5 pick in the 2026 WNBA Draft. A thing to note is that the Chicago Sky had the lowest chance to actually get a number 1 pick. It was a very, very minuscule percentage. Remember, guys, they did trade away their original first round pick. They ended up trading that away to the Minnesota Lynx, but they did have a trade with the Connecticut Sun, and so they received Connecticut's draft lottery pick because they had a pick swap with the Connecticut Sun. And the reason why the Connecticut Sun's chances were so low is because, remember guys, yes, Connecticut was not good this year, but the draft lottery takes a look at the last 2 seasons for a club. And remember, this year Connecticut was bad, but the previous year Connecticut was exceptionally good, which is why their pick swap with the Chicago Sky ended up being a number 5 pick because of the success of the Connecticut Sun way back in the past, okay? So the Chicago Sky could have had the number 2 pick. Instead, they take the number 5 pick in the 2025 draft, or 2026 draft. They do have their co-owner to represent the team because seemingly no players decided to actually take one for the team and and represent the Chicago Sky, okay? Next up, we have the number 4 pick in the draft that goes to the Washington Mystics. Remember, guys, Washington Mystics are really building something with a incredibly talented young core. Incredibly talented. You have Kiki Iriafen, you have Sonia Citron, you have Georgia Amore once she is healthy and ready to go. Now you have a number 4 pick in the draft, and the Washington Mystics are looking to really build out their young core of a squad. Hey, they're trying their best to really build something special. And hey, let's go. We also have the Seattle Storm with the number 3 pick in the draft. Remember, guys, they did get their number 3 pick through a trade with the LA Sparks. That trade that sent, I believe it was a trade that sent Kelsey Plum to it was a 3-team trade between the LA Sparks, the Seattle Storm, and the Las Vegas Aces that sent Kelsey Plum to the Sparks. It sent Jewel Lloyd to Vegas. And among other things, the Seattle Storm received the draft pick for the LA Sparks. And that draft pick has turned into a number 3 pick in the WNBA draft. Then we continue on and we got the number 2 pick in the WNBA draft that goes to the Minnesota Lynx. Again, guys, this was the Chicago Sky's pick. It is no longer the Chicago Sky's pick. It is the Minnesota Lynx pick because they made the decision to trade away because trades have consequences. And the number 1 pick, guys, the number 1 pick in the 2026 draft for the second time in 2 years is the Dallas Wings. Maddy Siegrist was the representative for the Dallas Wings. And guys, Maddy Siegrist, she a good luck charm. She is a good luck charm. Okay? Absolutely a good luck charm. And for the second time in a row, number 1 pick. I got to say this. And I feel like somebody put it in the chat. Do y'all remember? Y'all remember the last time we saw, well, y'all remember when one of these teams that was on stage today, y'all remember the last time they had 2 back-to-back picks? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the Seattle Storm when they were newer, not very good, and they had back-to-back number 1 picks? Do you remember who they chose? You remember? Jewel Lloyd in 2015. Brianna Stewart in 2016. Which led to a championship. Now, if we look at the Seattle Storm, back up even more years, Lauren Jackson, number 1 pick in 2001. Sue Bird, number 1 pick in 2002. Well, that led to a championship too. I'm just saying, is something special happening in Dallas that's similar to what happened in Seattle? I'm just saying. It's gonna be very, very, very interesting. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be very interesting. And I really do hope y'all are ready. Because who knows what we might see from Dallas. They went from a team where they just had a rotating squad of players and it was just a lot of offense, not a lot of defense, not a lot of strategy, a little bit confusing. At times they looked good, but other times they didn't look good. Now they're really building out something special. They're building out something very, very, very special in Dallas. And yeah, they got another number 1 pick. So yeah, you got Paige last year. Who you getting in 2026? Do you go post first? Right? Are you getting a player like an Iriafen that could be a huge game changer for the post? And someone who can actually, who can also kind of be a wing and kind of do a little bit of everything. Are you picking more of a traditional big in Lauren Betts? Are you picking AZ Fudd? Because I gotta say, you gotta consider it. Not just because AZ's connection to Paige. That's I don't think that's a reason to pick somebody. But literally because AZ Fudd is amazing. Right? AZ Fudd is absolutely fantastic. And so that's a serious question. Where do you go? Are you going big or are you going for a guard? I'm curious to hear you all's thoughts about where exactly the Dallas Wings should go with their pick because you got a lot of choices. This team has a lot of choices that they have to think about. A lot of choices. Again, this is the WNBA Draft Lottery watch party. Thank y'all so much for joining. We are talking about the picks that just came through. And guys, this is the way the board looks right now. All right. This is the way the board looks. So at the number 1 pick, as we just found out, we do have the Dallas Wings with the number 1 pick in the 2026 WNBA draft. We do have the Minnesota Lynx at number 2. You got the Seattle Storm at number 3, the Washington Mystics at number 4, and the Chicago Sky at number 5. Number 6, we will have either the Fire or the Tempo. Remember, guys, the Portland Fire and the Toronto Tempo are the new teams in the WNBA, new expansion teams. They are set to begin play next year, but their positioning in the lottery has not been solidified. We do know they're going to be 6 and 7. We don't know which one will be 6 and which one will be 7. That's something that we will likely find out by the time the expansion draft happens. All right, we'll likely find that out then. But at this point, we don't know. We know it's going to be either number 6 or number 7. Okay. Then we have the Golden State Valkyries at number 8, the Washington Mystics at number 9, the Indiana Fever at number 10, the Washington Mystics again at number 11. Got the Connecticut Sun at 12, the Atlanta Dream at 13, the Seattle Storm at 14, and the Connecticut Sun at 15. All right. That is how the draft is going to be looking in 2026, unless there's trades. There might be some more trades. We never know. We never know. There might be some trades happening. I'm gonna text Mama and see if she wants to hop on. All right, so I just texted Mama. We're gonna see what she says, if she wants to join us. Yep, it is finished. The actual draft picking, that's over in not even a minute, guys. In not even a minute, it's over. And so the special was really just a build-up. It really was. So I'm just going to wait and see if Mama, if she sees my text, and also if she is willing to hop on and say something. I'm not sure if she actually watched the draft lottery, but I told her it was happening. So we'll see. And don't be disappointed if she says no, okay? If she says no, don't be disappointed. Okay? Oh, she said okay. All right, y'all. Let me call Mama and see what she got to say. Any questions for Mama as I get her on the phone? Any questions for her? Any questions? Or any questions in general? As y'all know, me and Mama are realists, but of course we do like the Chicago Sky. We do admit how kind of messed up the Chicago Sky is right now, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let me call her. Let's go.
Hello?
Hey, Mama.
Hey, baby.
All right. The awesome people of the internet are on the internet.
Okay.
And Mama, first of all, did you watch the draft lottery?
Yes.
Okay. So, Mama, the Dallas Wings once again have the number 1 pick. What is your first thoughts about that?
It's amazing that they're going to get this opportunity to get this number 1 pick again. And as the commentators were saying, because we don't know what the teams are going to look like, because all these players are not signed, they need to be re-signed or determine what they're going to do. They don't know what piece they really actually will need. You know, who are they going to really need? Are they going to need another scorer, or are they going to need a big person in the center? What are they going to need? So it's just interesting that even though the lottery draft is over, because it's so much going on with these teams, how can you pick what these teams actually going to need? Mm-hmm. It's so hard. I mean, if you look at to say, okay, well, if they keep who they have, then they will need this. You could do that, but the likelihood of every single player staying is slim. You know, to keep the teams as is, I don't see that necessarily happening for all 5 of these teams. But Dallas lucked out again, though. They're in a great spot. That's all I can say. They're in a great spot.
They did. But Mama, okay, when it first started, and it was over in like 2 seconds. Like it was very quick. But
yeah,
the first name they said was with the 5th pick. Yeah. It's the Chicago Sky. What did you feel in the moment when you found out that the Chicago Sky did not get the number 1 pick? Did not get the number 2 pick, but they got the number 5 pick. What were your thoughts, Mama?
I was like, oh, we're not in a lucky spot again. So, I mean, it is what it is. But also the fact that none of the players, that was the first thing that was shocking to me, that none of the players represented the Sky. That, you know, all the other teams had an actual player that represented them. In fact, with Minnesota, they had 2 players representing them. Mm-hmm. So I think that was kind of unlucky for Chicago by a team member not actually being there. It kind of like signaled to me that they were going to get number 5.
Well, and also, you know, remember who represented the Sky last year? It was Angel.
Yeah.
And she's in America, but she is not representing the Chicago Sky, which makes all the sense to us because we know, but it just even more signals that, you know, it seems like
she may not be with the team in 2026.
Yeah,
that may be the case. Yes, to me, I think if she had been at the draft here, I think those rumors or that thought would have been put away if she had been there.
Yep.
But the fact that she wasn't, and the fact that no other team member was there too, it makes me think that nobody really cares to stay.
Well, but the thing is, like, some of the other players, they're like overseas, right? Like Camilla and some other players, they're overseas right now. So that's understandable. But like Angel, like even last year, like Angel was like one of the main ones who was like in America during the off season. And so, and for that not to happen, again, it just shows the rift between those sides and how, you know, it really does not seem like no one's publicly supporting the Chicago Sky right now, which is probably a sad position to put yourselves in. And you got Nadia trying to put on a great face, talking about the practice facility and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, she's trying her best, but at the same time, you're trying to put lipstick on what a lot of WNBA players and just people associated with the WNBA think of as a pig. I mean, the Chicago Sky are not a good product. No, like, you know, previous surveys show that they think it's a bad management. People don't really want to go there. And so you're trying to put a brave face on and be like, oh, we're so excited. But like, really, are the players excited? I don't think so.
Well, that may be true, but I think the CBA not being done hinders a lot of this right now. If the CBA was done, I think the teams will have a better outlook of what they're going to do, and they could probably talk about it a little bit more as to how they're going to shape the teams. The fact that has not been done, you really can't talk about anything else about who you're keeping and who you're releasing or who doesn't want to be with the team. No matter what has been said and what we think, the CBA kind of like ties everything, like it slows everything down and nobody can really do anything concrete anyway.
Yeah, it's
kind of sad, but at least we're in the top 5. So hey,
I mean Mama, that's not like the 5th pick was the worst option.
I understand that, but yes, it was the worst option in this draft. Yes, but at least I'm just saying.
I know you're trying to be positive. At least we got something.
Exactly. At least they'll get an opportunity to pick a good player. They'll have some good players to choose from. Is my point. Whether or not they'll need to know what they actually need to fit in place to make the team run well or better than it has in the past. So it's better than they could have gotten one, but the likelihood of them getting one, the chances was slim. So they had 5, but it's better than they're getting picked number 10. You understand? So they still will have some opportunity to get a good player. You know, that's the way we have to look at it, because what else can you do with it? What else can you do?
Yeah, that's true.
We gotta try to stay positive, and like I said before, I hope Angel does stay, because it will destroy what they have built if she does not stay. Yeah. Because now you need another star player to come in. Yeah. And who are you going to get to be a star player and then build around them when you don't already have them on the team? You know what I'm saying? It's just a little hard. Whereas all these other teams, even these top 5, other 4 teams, they have star players they're going to be building around.
Right. Yeah, they do. Right. Dallas has Paige. Right. Minnesota has Nafisa. You got Seattle with Dominique Malonga.
Gabby. Well, they got Gabby as well.
Yeah. And we'll see if Skylar and NECA return. But even if they don't, You literally like Dominique Malunga is going to be huge in the WNBA come a couple years from now. You, for the Washington Mystics, you got Kiki Iriafen and you got Sonia Citron, right? As your two stars. And for the Chicago Sky, you got Angel Reese. But if Angel Reese doesn't end up, staying with the team, or if a trade happens or whatever, then you don't. I mean, yeah, you got Camilla, but like Camilla, to me, Angel is a building piece that you build the whole team around.
Camilla. You can't build around Camilla, even though she's a star player. She's not the person that you would build around.
Right. But Angel is, and if Angel doesn't want to return back to the team, and she makes it known, and you wind up being forced to do a trade or something, now you don't have a star. You don't have a star. You don't have anybody to build around, and you're kind of messed up. Okay, but we'll see what happens though, Mama. It's funny. Amelia says Sloot. Yeah, Sloot is in the U.S. Why couldn't Sloot do it? I mean,
that's true. Yeah,
a lot of
why could she?
A lot of stuff happened, and
wait a minute, she's supposed to be coming back.
Supposed to be. Supposedly she's coming back, and that's what that's what they have said and all that stuff. But it's interesting. Why didn't she show up? Like, come on now, wait. Hey. That'd have been somebody, but anyway, we got somebody asking about the when the WNBA draft is. The WNBA draft is going to be on April the 13th, 2026. Okay, April the 13th. Okay. Olivia says Sloot is a star. Remember? No, she's not. Sloot used to be again,
she's not the one you build around.
Like 10 years ago, or maybe not even that far along, it was Sloot was the star. She was for the Chicago Sky, right?
Yeah. Back in the
day, not anymore. She's not the star anymore. No, nowhere near. Nowhere near. Okay, right. And that's not being disrespectful. That's just acknowledging reality. Okay.
Right.
It is not.
You don't. Yeah. You don't build around a player that's basically almost in retirement.
Yeah.
That's not who you build around. You build around young or kind of like someone that's mature in their transition in basketball. You don't, somebody 4 or 5 years in, you could build around, but somebody that's almost ready to retire, you're not building around them because they're literally on their way out. So it's not a building block that you use. And if you notice with all these other teams, they are using, besides Nafisa, everybody else is young that they're building around. Think about it. These top 5 teams, right?
Yeah.
That we just looked at. All these other players that they're building around are all young players because you need youth. You need youth in this league to be successful. Yes, you need the mature ones, the veterans, to carry the team, but to build around, you need excitement, you need new energy, you need all these things to build around these teams. And that's why Angel being there would have been a great signal to say, yes, we're going to build around her. And I wish there was a reporter that was legitimate that could answer the question for us. Is she coming back or not? I just wish we could get that out of the way so we could stop talking about it, so we could stop thinking about it, so we can move on, as they say, to the next person. Because until we know for sure, we're gonna keep guessing. Is she coming back? And if she comes back, then the team can do this, then the team can do that. But if she's not coming back, then who do they get? Who wants to come to Chicago? Who's willing to come? Who's good enough to come and build around? It's just all these different questions. I wish somebody could get an answer for us that was legitimate.
Yeah. Until then, we gotta wait. Shy says, Can't say that out loud or you'll get suspended until halftime.
What?
About when we saying that Sloot isn't the starter build around right now.
Oh, but that's us.
It was.
That's us
It's
talking.
no, Mama. It's a joke because remember how Angel got suspended for
she got suspended, yeah.
the game.
Yeah, but I know the teammates can't say it, but I'm talking about reporters. You know how they are, you know, probing the players for what their next steps are. You know what I'm saying? Like what they plan to do. You know, I'm just saying if we could get a reporter, a legitimate reporter, not somebody just getting online saying stuff, you know. Because that's everybody can get online and say, "Oh, she said this," or that's not legitimate. I'm talking about legitimate reporting about what a player plans are. But I know she doesn't want it to be she doesn't want us to know. Otherwise, I think she would have told us by now.
Well, and I think that at this point, Angel does not trust the media, which I understand. Again.
Okay.
Remember the piece that caused her to get suspended was like, you know, it took a field day, and basically it didn't go out the way she intended it to, and so I think I don't think she's gonna really. If she wants to say something, she's gonna put it on her podcast. I don't think she's gonna talk to a reporter. And again, I don't blame her. I really don't. I think
I didn't think about it like that.
I think she's one of those people that like has, you know, and probably in her opinion been burned by reporters and by people who you know, are trying to, you know, cover stuff and they take her out of context and they do all this stuff. But if it's on her own platform, then, you know, she has the ability to kind of say her own piece. So I do think towards free agency, I do think she winds up getting on her podcast and telling us what's going on and telling us what she's pushing for.
Yeah, but that probably won't be till March.
Nah, I feel like we'll know in January or February. I feel like
think so?
Yeah. Because that's when free agency happens. If the Chicago Sky are going to trade Angel, they're going to do it in that time. And they're only going to trade her if she forces them to, basically forces them to and says, hey, I'm not going to play if you don't trade me, right?
Well, I hope it never comes down to that because I never like when players make that ultimatum.
I mean, remember Sylvia Fowles? Sylvia Fowles got her way out of Chicago. Elena Delle Donne got her way out of Chicago. They was like, nah, we not. You better get us out of here.
I don't like that. I just don't like it though when they do that. I know they have a right to do it. I just don't like when they do it. It's just NBA players have done it too. I just don't like it though. It's just it's not a good look, if you will. It's not a good look. You know, yes, you're being paid. Well, just play. They're going to trade you at some point. Just play for the season and let them trade you the next season. But you're sitting out. You hurting the team. I'm just saying. And you don't care. That's what I'm saying, because it's all about you. It's all about the betterment of you, because you were the player that they really needed. But I'm going to sit out because I don't want to be here no more. Just play the game. You could have did that and then get out next year. Because they're going to trade you if you have an attitude. Even though you're playing the game, if you still have an attitude, they're gonna get rid of you anyway. You understand? Mm-hmm. Because you become poison to the team, and this is just what you do. It's just living up to your contract. That's all. I know they've done it, and I just don't like it when they do it. That's my every time I hear about that, it just makes my skin crawl. Like, look, play the game. Play the game. Isn't that what you love? Are you gonna always be on the team that you love? No. Everybody's not on the team that they love. But they do the best they can with what they got until they are able to do something different. That's the real world anyway. Right?
Yeah.
But I guess they don't live in real world, so they have those options. We don't have those options, you know.
Yeah, we're regular people, Mama.
We're regular people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're not professional athletes.
I know I'm a little strong on that, but That's just always the way I've felt about it. You know.
Yeah. Tulip is hilarious. Says took an hour to reveal the same expected order. That is true. Yeah, the way the odds were set out to be, like where Dallas had the best chance, the Sky had the worst chance. It ended up exactly like the way the odds were, which is kind of funny.
So the lady that revealed the order, so they had already did the choosing.
Yeah, they put it. I think they put a whole bunch of balls in some machine, and then and it's like a lottery machine type of thing. Like if you're watching like them pull the numbers for like a real lottery, it's like that. But the numbers are associated to teams.
I wish they would do that live though, rather than just reveal a card.
I feel like at one point they did do it live. I remember, like I don't know when it was, but I remember watching a WNBA Draft Lottery where they literally had the logos on the balls and they pulled it out and like showed it. Like y'all in the chat, when was it? I remember that being a thing. Like I absolutely remember watching a draft lottery where that happened. I don't know why they went away from it, to be honest, because I feel like that's more interesting.
It's less exciting.
Yeah.
It would have been more exciting if they had did that.
And honestly, I know it's not rigged because they have like, it's like a legal thing or whatever, but like for those who think it's rigged, it's nice to actually see it being pulled in real time to just kind of prove even more that like, this is legit. And also, it would take longer. It wouldn't be done in like 2 seconds.
But it wouldn't be done in 2 seconds, but they could do it in 5 minutes because all you're doing
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's good. You see, the thing is, this was basically a 30-minute show that built up to 1 minute. Not even, really 30 seconds. So if you actually had it where they can actually pull like the balls like in real time, that stretches it out, that builds more suspense. It's just funner.
Yeah, because when she was doing it, I was like, oh, this is so boring. Why is she doing it like that? Because she didn't do it with any type of excitement or anything like that. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay.
There's ways that the WNBA could really improve this draft lottery. I got a lot of thoughts. You know, if I put my marketing brain on, I got a lot of thoughts about like what could be done that could really elevate the experience of the viewer and really make it must-see TV.
And I know the commentators did the first 20 minutes of it, period. And it's like, okay, because I first tried to turn to it and it wasn't on yet. I was like, oh, what time is it? And then it said 5:35. I was like, oh, I thought it was 5:30. Then I can't turn it back and it was on. I was like, okay, so they talking, but okay, so when's the draft going to actually happen? That's what I kept saying to myself. And then when they say, okay, now we're getting ready to do it, I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking that they're going to do the balls because they did show how they were choosing them.
Right.
So I'm thinking they're going to do it live, and they didn't. So I'm like, and then she do cards. I'm like, this is boring. Okay. This is boring. Okay. This was not exciting at all. There was no drum roll, no nothing. But I guess, I mean, if you only got 30 minutes, you still have enough time to do that.
Yeah, you got to make it more exciting. And also, here's the thing. You had all those player representatives there. Yes, sure. They asked them like one question. They did they went through the line and asked one. No, don't do that. Make it like literally bring them in and bring one by one, bring them to the desk and be like, hey, stud buds. Last year, y'all went to the finals. Didn't things didn't turn out the way you like. But what are you looking forward to this upcoming year? What are you looking forward to build? Like let's just kind of just chit chat about this past year, and then also you was at the NWSL championship yesterday. How was it? And like really just making it more conversational with the players you have in the building. Kiki Iriafen, yes, they did ask her, I believe Malika asked her a little bit about this past season, but there's so much more that could be asked about this whole young stardom that the Washington Mystics are building, and talking about what she has seen in college so far from some of these players. And what is she most looking forward to when it comes to these new players coming into the league and whatnot? There's so much that could have been said. Sure, the analysts that they had, they did exactly what I'm sure they were told to do, which was just talk about the possible top 5 picks and show a little bit of highlights, and that's it. No, you can engage the people, the players who are there. What's the point of player representatives being there if you're not going to talk to them? You barely talk to them. What's the point? They might as well not be there if you're not going to really fully engage with them. Have them talking trash to each other about, who you think who's gonna get the number 1 pick, and then hey, what about some bets? You know, hey. Kiki Iriafen making a bet with Courtney Williams about, hey, if I bet we gonna get the number 1 pick. If not, whatever. Like, something silly.
Or after the pick would have been done, then you talk to them to say, hey, how you feel about being number what? You know what I'm saying? Even that would have been better.
Yeah, I mean, they did it with Maddy for the number 1 pick, but like,
it's just the number
but
1.
it's
But I'm just saying,
yeah,
you did with everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
You did that with everybody.
Yeah,
to at least stretch out how the feeling is. Okay, I got with the Sky. Now I know you said she was the vice president, right?
She was like a co-owner and something chairwoman, I think.
Yeah, so they could have asked her how she feel about getting the number 5 pick. And what is she looking forward to? Yeah, she said the first part about what they plan to do, but who she's looking forward to trying to. Well, I guess that probably wouldn't have been a good question.
I think for her, they should have acted like she wasn't there, because it should be about the players. So yes, absolutely. Right. Like, I think I think you just ignore her.
But I think it's sad that they couldn't get a player though. You couldn't get a player there. It didn't even look nice for her to be there and all the other forward players. It didn't even look nice. I was just like, because when they put the I didn't even know who she was.
Yeah,
who is that?
Mama, she's the lady that they put out there to talk for the ownership. She she looks young. She seems kind of cool, they like, hey, if somebody has to talk for the Chicago Sky ownership, it's Nadia Rawlinson. She is the scapegoat. Remember, she's the one who when they hired Teresa Weatherspoon, she was the one on the podium introducing her.
I was about to ask.
She's the one who kind of does that type of stuff.
And she was the same one that said when she got fired too, right? She was the one that had to talk, right? Wasn't she the one that did the press release?
Oh yeah, she did. I think she did have a quote in the press release. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I thought so. I just couldn't remember her name.
Yeah, she's their like basically their spokesperson, kind of, but she's also a co-owner.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know she was a co-owner.
I think she's like I don't think she has a big percentage. I think she has a very small percentage, but it's enough to call her a co-owner.
Wow. Well.
Yeah, it's interesting, Mama. It is absolutely interesting. We'll see what happens, but our draft picks, the draft lottery is over. We got Dallas number 1, Minnesota number 2, Seattle number 3, Washington number 4, Chicago number 5. We got Portland and Toronto. They're either going to be 5 or either going to be 6 or 7. We got the Golden State Valkyries number 8, the Washington Mystics number 9. The Indiana Fever, number 10. The Washington Mystics again at number 11. The Connecticut Sun, number 12. The Atlanta Dream, number 13. The Seattle Storm, number 14. And the Connecticut Sun, number 15. That is the first round for 2026, okay?
I noticed that Rebecca Lobo said she's saying to give the players to after Turkey Day for the CBA. In other words, she don't think it's going to be done on November the 30th. She hinted that just like the last one, it went to January. And I'm like, okay, you think these players are not going to accept what they already got on the table? I don't know what else they want.
Well, there's a lot, Mama, we don't know about the deal, and I think the WNBA is still not totally given the best offer that they can, and I do think that we probably will see a little bit more movement in that front. And I actually do think, hopefully, it should be done before November's over, because here's the thing, WNBA doesn't have a choice. They can't wait till January because, yeah, sure, Rebecca can talk about last time, but here's the thing. Last time we didn't have 2 new WNBA teams entering the league. You cannot wait until January. You cannot, because free agency starts in January, and you can't have free agency until you have an expansion draft, and you got to get the expansion draft done basically in December, because otherwise it pushes everything else back.
Right. Well, I hope they do it. I hope after Turkey Day, they are ready to make an announcement that the deal is done. I hope that that's the case even before the 30th. Let's hope that they all put their ducks in a row and cross all the T's and dot all the I's, and let's do it.
Well, that'll give us an additional something to be thankful for this Thanksgiving if they can make some stuff happen. Yeah. Anyway, that's it, Mama. Anything else you want to share with the people?
No, that's just the main thing. Just that CBA, with them increasing the salaries, the minimum, and the max, I just thought that was at least a good effort, at least from what we can see, or what, that it's a good effort and way better than what I thought they would ever get. So I just hope that they can get it done so we can stop talking about and even thinking about the CBA, so we can move on to the new teams draft and all that. I think that would be more exciting for the WNBA, as well as for the college, because even though we're watching the college games and we're thinking about those that are going to be in the draft in April, it would be nice to be able to connect these college players to that we think are going to be in the draft, being able to connect them to some type of team in some kind of way. I think that would move the conversation along.
Yeah, I agree with you there. All right, Mama, thank you so much for joining. We've been talking for 30 minutes. I appreciate you, Mama.
Okay. Oh, all right. We have. I didn't realize it. Okay, baby. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all say bye to Mama. All right, and I'm going to say bye to y'all because I am done for the day. I will see y'all bright and early in the morning, okay? Quit in the mornings. Make sure to hop on and join me there. And then later on Monday, we will have our college basketball weekly show. We're going to break down what happened this week, including NC State losing. What the heck? NC State? What's going on with you guys? We're gonna break that down. We're gonna break that down tomorrow, so make sure to tune in. All right. Guys, thank y'all again for watching. Make sure to hit that like button on y'all way out. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all have not. Remember, guys, once we hit 39,000 subscribers, Mama will start to do a Friday show. So once we get that, her show will start. So if y'all want to see that, where she's actually on video and talking about all y'all questions that y'all have for her. But anyway, so make sure y'all subscribe if y'all have not already. And I will see y'all in the next one. See y'all bright and early tomorrow, okay? All right. Have a good night, guys. I mean, it's kind of late, but If there's someone in your house or if you see somebody, tell them that they matter because they absolutely do. All right. And if no one has told you today, if no one has told you this week that you matter, well, let me tell you, you matter. You are important, and I am happy that you are on this earth, guys. I love you so, so much. But most importantly, guys, Jesus loves you, and he wants a relationship with you. Guys, see you tomorrow morning. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.